your life.
Nobody's violating your rights.
I'm not touching me with a needle.
I'm not. Sit down. Sit down.
Don't you put a needle on me.
Uncovers shocking cases where police officers turn from protectors into perpetrators of violence and misconduct.
Tight seal. Open up. Big. Tight seal. Blow. Blow, 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 blow. Sit your ass down now.
I said no needle.
I'm not. I don't have a needle.
Let's find out if these wrongdoers can escape justice. A routine traffic stop unexpectedly ignited a chain of controversial events.
That's the officer. Hang on. Oh.
I didn't tell you to get out of the truck.
Sorry. Hang on.
Sorry.
Hang on, bro.
Tell him to call him back.
All right, I'll call you right back.
On July 15, 2017, when police conducted a traffic stop on a woman, what seemed like a routine encounter quickly escalated into a highly controversial search.
All right, I'll call you right back, okay? All right, love you. Sorry, it's my brother.
It's all right. Got your license with you?
Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, you got into it over at Dollar General threatening people.
Actually, I wasn't touching nobody.
Okay.
Well, I was in, she's Jeff's friend when I was coming out, and I don't know why, because she wasn't even working. So I just called her a bitch back, and I stayed in the car, and I left.
Okay, that's not the story given. You threatened the
it's okay.
manager with a gun.
A gun?
But you were going to shoot him.
I don't have a gun.
No.
That's all right. Anyways, so I was having a problem with Jeff. He took my medicine at the pharmacy. So I just got talking to an officer on the phone with you guys. Look at my phone.
I don't need to look at your phone there.
But I really did.
Okay.
I'll threaten nobody. Nothing.
Okay. You take anything today? What's that?
I have nothing.
Okay, because the story given that you're intoxicated up there, causing a scene. I don't know. This is the store manager, so.
Sarah?
No. Somebody different.
Sarah's the manager, isn't she?
No, she's not.
And the one that called, she was just mad because of Jeff.
This lady doesn't even live in this town. That's the manager up
I
there.
don't either.
So.
But I just came from Pendleton. I went there and stopped. Jeff wanted to meet me. He wasn't there as I was getting in my truck. I'm like, so I said, you're a bitch. He said, I'm not a bitch ever.
Where are you going? What are you pulling in here for?
So, I was on the phone.
All right, I'll step out here. This is your truck.
Yeah. Well, I just bought it from
Who'd you buy it from?
Scotty Myers.
Okay. Just leave all that stuff there on the front seat for now. You can get back to it in a minute.
Officers approached the woman in connection to an incident at Dollar General where she had been accused of threatening the store manager with a gun and causing a disturbance. However, she had no idea she was about to walk straight into a trap.
Okay, put it back down. With your eyes only follow the tip of the pen. Do not move your head. You understand?
The one, sorry.
That's fine. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and begin.
Okay.
All right. Feet together, arms to your side. You feel comfortable with those shoes? All right, go ahead and begin.
All right. 2002, 2003, 5,
6 inches.
7, 2008, 15, 16, 2017, 2018, 20, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025,
All right, that's good.
Police requested that she undergo a sobriety test, even though the initial reason for the stop was entirely different. What's more concerning is that after she passed the test, things only got worse.
All right, take a deep breath. I'll hold it. Take a deep breath and blow like a blunt balloon. Blow, 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 blow. Don't put your tongue in front of it, okay?
Okay.
Just consistent flow, okay? Hold on. Take a deep breath. Blow. Blow, 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 blow. Don't stop. Take a deep breath.
I have my mouth.
But you can still take a deep breath and blow. Tight seal. Open up. Big. Tight seal. Blow.
What was the truck? Told you I'm okay.
When's the last time you had some alcohol? Be honest, because you're testing for alcohol.
It was probably about, I don't know, 10:30 this morning.
0.128. Legal limit's 0.08.
There's no way that.
This is accurate. This thing's been calibrated. When's the last time you had something honest? How much did you drink last night?
Last night? Oh gosh, I got really drunk last night until about 1 o'clock. Last night.
I have probable cause to believe you operate a vehicle intoxicated. I must now. Hold on. And then inform you that your refusal to submit to a vehicle test result in driving field just for 1 year. Yes, 1 previous conviction for operating a vehicle intoxicated. Your refusal to submit to a chemical test result in driving field just for 2 years.
Are you gonna arrest me?
Are you gonna? Yes or no?
I would
Yes.
do what you want me to do.
Okay, so
My pebbles on this.
yes or no? Will you take a certified test?
A certified test?
Yes. This isn't certified. Okay. I have to give you a certified test. Yes or no on that. We'll talk from there. First step is
I'll do what you want.
it's yes or no. If you don't answer the questions, it's refusal by the state law.
I'm not gonna refuse you.
So is that a yes? I can't. can't take off, well, you'll do what I want. If you refuse, you're under arrest for refusal, and I'll call the prosecutor and file for search.
I'm not refusing you.
So yes or no, you will take a chemical test.
If you need me to.
Is that the answer? Yes or no? I need you to. I'm offering it to you.
A chemical for what?
Chemical test is a certified test to see what's in your system, in your blood.
Well, I don't have narcotics.
You tell me that, but you also say you haven't been drinking until I give you PBT.
It's 30.
Can
I have my
turn
ID?
around. No, turn around.
I mean,
I'll get it. I'll get it.
The woman was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence. But at the police station, the officer's handling of the situation raised even more red flags.
Oh, now you put me in front of a computer? That'll work.
Just till I get a blood draw.
You're not touching me.
Sit down.
You are. You're not touching me with no needle.
Nobody's violating your
You're
rights.
not touching me with a needle.
I'm not sitting.
You are.
Sit down. Sit down.
Don't you put a needle on me, that.
Sit your ass down now.
I said no needle.
I'm not. I don't have a needle. I'm going to apply for a search warrant. You understand? If you up again, I'm going to put you on the ground and tackle your ass.
Really?
Stay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to film officer and right now and my lawyer.
Stop.
Right now.
You don't get that right.
Yes, I do.
No,
yes,
you don't.
I do. No, I know my rights.
You have the right to remain silent.
I have a right to my lawyer.
Sit down.
And a female officer. Get your hands off
Sit
me.
down. Sit down.
I don't do drugs. I don't want to
I
do
didn't say you did drugs, okay? But you did. Hold on. You want to talk like an adult? Then like one.
Don't put a needle on me.
Okay? You want me to be a dick? I'll be a dick. I haven't been a dick to you yet.
Put a needle on me.
Sit down! Now! Sit down. You want to talk like an adult?
You promised me you won't put a needle on me.
Okay? Hold on. Be quiet.
I don't like
Be
them.
quiet. I'm going to talk. Okay?
When officer became aggressive and warned that if she insisted on calling a lawyer, there would be a heavy price to pay. But the story didn't end there.
All right? You're digging yourself a grave.
I don't care about that. I care about no needles.
Okay? No, listen to me.
I watch people die from shit. Don't.
Okay? Listen. Calm down. Okay? You're making it worse. And the
Don't
response.
put a needle.
Hold on. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get treated like this with your
Don't
resistance.
put a needle on me.
Okay?
You're not putting a needle on me.
Okay?
I will die.
You won't die from it.
I will die
Listen.
before you know. You will
Listen.
not put a needle on me.
Can I talk?
I drink something. I don't do drugs.
Okay. But here's the reason why. I'm gonna do a blood draw on you.
You're not
Okay?
touching me with a needle.
Okay?
You'll kill me first.
No. Let me talk.
Swear to God, you will.
Let me talk. Okay? The reason we do a blood draw is because you had a hard time blowing into the PBT
I
out
have
there.
asthma. I blew
Okay?
in it.
I understand.
No, I
Hold
blew
on,
in it.
okay.
Did you not get a test result?
Yeah, but this
Then
instrument.
You're not touching me with a needle.
That instrument is too sensitive.
You're not touching me with a needle.
Okay. No, that's not.
Oh no, bullshit! I get out there and I can prove
No,
it.
that is not a breathalyzer.
I can prove it. You're a liar.
No.
You put it in my mouth and made me blow 3
That's
times.
a portable breathalyzer.
I don't care.
In Indiana, using excessive force can lead to charges of assault or manslaughter. Under Indiana Code 343 and 353 4000, 133, only reasonable force is allowed when facing an immediate threat.
So you notice there's no drugs in my system, huh?
Well, it gets sent off to the lab. So I wasn't
How
worried.
long are you?
I wasn't looking for drugs. I was looking for the
Idiot.
alcohol.
That you're a man. Does not give you the right to treat people the way you do. It is rude.
You won't let me talk,
You
so.
just tell me one thing and then you tell me another.
Huh?
How many times are you gonna tell me one
Okay.
thing? How many times are you gonna tell me?
You gonna shut up so I can tell you
No,
how I
you're
know
gonna
about
shut
that?
up. Don't tell me shut up.
You're just blah 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 blah. I'm trying to give you an answer, but you won't stop.
Dude, you gave me 2 answers. They're all wrong.
No.
You gave me 2 different answers.
Okay.
There's one answer. I mean, you can have like 3 or 4 answers, but you can't have like, you know, not all of them are right. There's one
Okay.
right answer.
Well,
You can't give me 2 and expect me to believe. I don't do drugs.
I didn't
don't
test
sell
you for drugs. I didn't say you sell drugs.
You know what? You have no reason. I told you I drank last night. That's not even
Okay.
fair.
Well, we'll see what your blood comes back for your alcohol.
It was later revealed that the officer had violated 3 police department policies: misconduct by an officer, failure to uphold the department's mission statement, and improper interview testing procedures, and had used more force than necessary. He resigned from his position as lieutenant, but continued to serve as a patrol officer for the Fort Valley Police Department. Next, a brave citizen taught the lawless officers a lesson they won't forget.
What you got going on? How you doing? Is there a reason you're walking around recording everybody? We're gonna go this route. What's your name? You got a name?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? What's going on?
You gotta talk to me.
What's going on? Can you talk? Can you hear? Can you hear? You got ID on you, man? Huh? Do you have an ID on you? You understand what I'm saying? You speak English? Where you live, man? Huh? Where do you live? Are you gonna talk? No? Do you speak English? No? You need to go ahead and move, man. See you later. What's that? I don't know what you're saying, man. You can speak. You can talk to us.
Officer Johnson and Chief Owens approached a man who was filming near a bank. They persistently questioned him, but when he remained silent, they shifted to a different tactic.
Is somebody back there waiting for you? Can you speak to me? Or do we need to take you somewhere? Do you understand that? Will you talk to me, man? I just want to find out what's going on. That camera's not talking to me. You can record all you want to. I mean, you're in a public place, but you're recording a bank. So I'm investigating a crime right now, a possible crime. You got your ID? Do you have your ID? Is that a no? Is that a no? Has he been in there?
They said they didn't go inside, but he was out there taking pictures of the whole building.
So you understand why we're over here, right?
Why are you taking pictures of the building? Can't talk to us? Why not?
Well, then you can move on. Move on. If you can't talk to us, man, move on out. Yes.
Don't come back to the bank. If you come back to the bank, step on their property, you're going to be under arrest, okay? We're going to put you in handcuffs and take you to jail.
They repeatedly demanded that he provide identification and answer their questions, even though the man continued to exercise his right to remain silent. Frustrated by his refusal to cooperate, they began citing various reasons to try to force him to leave.
Dude, not the average person comes up videoing the bank.
I'm not the average person.
I understand that. You clearly are not the average person. But you're out here videoing the bank, man. People rob banks. You understand that, right? People rob banks, right?
I don't know who Rob Banks is. Y'all are funny, bro.
What do you mean?
The parking lot.
I mean, y'all are hilarious. This is gonna be awesome.
Let's show you what second-degree trespass is if you step back on the property.
You keep saying back. I was never on the property.
Sure you
You're,
were.
I was never on their property. I've stayed on public sidewalk.
Whose property is this?
Public sidewalk.
This is the
Public
town,
sidewalk.
This is the town of St.
Again,
Paul's
guess what that means?
sidewalk.
Public. Public.
Hey,
Public.
just turn around and
You
walk
walked up to me, dude.
away. Just walk away.
Walk on, man.
No. I'm staying right here. Y'all are gonna leave before I do. I promise you that.
Yeah, I am. But if you walk back up there, you'll be arrested.
You're dismissed.
No, you're dismissed.
No, you're dismissed.
Yeah.
You're under arrest, okay? You're banned. They don't want you here. Just went inside and spoke to the manager. She don't want you here. So walk on. You step on the property, you're under arrest.
I think that's the thumbnail right there. Y'all look tough.
Although the man was standing on a public sidewalk, the officers repeatedly warned that if he stepped onto the bank property, he would be immediately arrested. In the end, the man's firm stance left them embarrassed.
Go ahead. Spit it out.
Do you know it?
Spit it
I
out.
asked if you know it.
Yes, I know it.
But y'all are demanding that I do. Demand an ID because I'm on a public sidewalk. You're
Now you're
dismissed.
cussing in front
You're
of
dismissed.
in public.
I'm
No,
allowed.
yes,
First
you are.
Amendment.
No, you're not.
First Amendment.
There's more than 3 people here, right?
No.
There's 3 people.
There's not more than 3. There's 3. You're
There's
dismissed.
3 people.
Before you make
You don't
this worse,
dismiss
you're
me.
dismissed.
You've already made it worse, man.
Have I?
Yeah.
I should have just stayed shut up.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you are. Both of you obviously
I
are.
asked you if you would leave, man.
Why the leave?
Why are you cussing?
Because it's my First Amendment right to do
Not in
so.
front of-
Can I ask you a question? Oh, see, y'all don't want to answer questions. I got it.
Why are you asking me a math problem?
See if you know the answer.
We're not here to do now.
I was just curious. I'm not demanding you do it. You could, I
Are
mean,
you
you could
good,
talk all
man?
day long, brother.
Are you good?
You out there repeating the same
Are
shit.
you
If
good?
you don't step back on their
I was.
property,
There's no back. You keep saying back. I need you to fix that. There is no back.
if you step on the property,
Mm.
got it.
You good, man?
I'm great.
I hope you have a good day.
I hope y'all have a better one. Walk o' shame.
confrontation concluded with the police walking away while the man remained standing on the public sidewalk. The officer's attempts to intimidate and pressure him could be considered violations of his First Amendment rights to free speech and peaceful assembly under the U.S. Constitution. When those entrusted with power abuse it, they betray not just the law, but the very trust of society. True justice demands both citizens and officers uphold rights with courage, respect, and unwavering integrity. Next, we will look at an incident where a corrupt police officer was caught red-handed by the people.
I know who you are. I'm identifying everybody.
That's not how it goes.
Failure to identify.
That's not failure. For what crime? It has to be a crime for you to ID me. What crime? That's not a crime. Penal Code 901.151 clearly states you gotta have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime for me to identify.
So here, I could identify anybody in the vehicle. If I pulled somebody over for a probable cause.
Late at night, a police officer stopped a car on the road without providing a specific reason. Upon approaching, the officer asked the driver to present a driver's license and insurance papers. The driver complied, but quickly noticed something unusual, as he had been stopped the previous night without being informed of any violations.
All right, it just run it. If you want to give me a ticket, give me a ticket. I ain't trying to do no more talking, man.
Yeah, you don't gotta talk, man.
I ain't doing no more talking.
Hey, yo, what up? What up, y'all? It's your boy Boxing Fanatic. We live right now. We just got pulled over. We live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram right now.
I don't even know that payback, man. Right now, I don't know the payback.
You don't? Do you have proof of insurance for the vehicle or not? You could continue recording if you would like.
Yeah, he recording.
I'm recording. I'm live right now on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram right now.
You ain't even behind my car long enough to even run my shit unless he was just running it. Crazy. Send me the insurance, baby.
We live, baby.
They gonna keep pulling you.
Yeah, they keep on, bro. This shit happened yesterday. Then around the same time.
Man, stop.
Yo, y'all gonna be
It's almost like
They bored
his
as
car
shit,
is a
man.
magnet.
Yeah.
Does your passenger have an ID on him as well?
Hey.
We ain't commit no crime, so
Hey.
we gotta ID him.
The situation escalated when the officer unexpectedly demanded the passenger's identification. Despite the passenger showing no signs of legal violation, the driver immediately objected, citing Park Code 991.151, emphasizing that the police only had the authority to request identification if there was a reasonable suspicion of criminal activity.
Hey, no, you gotta have, listen, you gotta have reasonable, articulable suspicions of a crime for you to identify me. Penal Code 901.151. I'm not in, and if I'm not about to commit a crime, an act of committing a crime, I don't have to ID myself. He's the driver. This is a consensual stop. Okay, this is, but is it, but I'm not the driver. I'm not the driver.
Well, I'm telling you now.
They would have said it last night, though.
I don't know why they didn't tell you last night, but I'm telling you that now. If you're the registered
Okay, well,
owner-
just if it's suspended, just give me a ticket.
Okay, well, I'm trying to identify your passenger now. So.
Well, you ain't making nothing easy because you trying to.
Under threat of arrest, this is what I need. Under threat of arrest. My thing is, I shouldn't have to ID myself if I haven't committed a crime.
Well, we can't ID anybody in the vehicle. That's
But
what I'm asking.
for what crime?
So I know who you are. I'm identifying everybody in the vehicle.
That's not how it goes. That's not failure. For what crime?
It's a crime if you're not identifying yourself.
It has to be a crime for you to ID me. What crime? Penal Code 901.151 clearly states you gotta have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime for me to identify.
Stop. I can identify.
A traffic violation.
Can we get a sergeant to come out here?
Sergeant's not gonna come out, man.
Yes, we need a.
You're gonna identify yourself.
You don't need to identify him then. If he didn't commit no crime, you don't need to
identify him.
You cannot.
He's in the vehicle with
That
him.
doesn't mean nothing. We did this last night with the other officer. He gave us the penal code.
When the driver requested to call a supervisor sergeant to resolve the situation, the officer flatly refused. Instead, the officer continued to apply pressure, threatening to arrest the passenger if they didn't provide ID without offering any specific charges.
Where y'all at?
Right now, we off.
Right by his house?
We right by my house, like right down the street from my house.
On your job.
Long enough to know that I can identify anyone.
Can we get a sergeant out here?
No, you can't.
That's a lawsuit. You're gonna lose all. You're gonna lose all qualified immunity. And what's your name and badge number?
I'm most definitely. I'm going down there tomorrow.
What's your name and badge number?
I'm filing a FOIA request for everything.
The driver, suspecting abuse of power, firmly insisted on providing ID only if legally arrested. The officer demanded identification but did not specify any violation. The passenger refused to provide documents as they had not violated any regulations. The officer threatened arrest but did not present any clear legal basis.
I know, but he can't search the car, so it don't matter.
Oh no, we not gonna let him do that.
When he go to court, he can show him he got it, but as of right now, he don't have it because he don't have his phone.
Yeah, so.
And it ain't in the car, so he don't have it.
Yeah,
Y'all see in the car, man?
Yep. I ain't commit no crime. There was no crime committed. He looking for stuff.
This nigga got on the. I told you, he got on the side of us. He looked. He went just like that and looked in our car. That's when he jumped behind us, bro. I seen him, bro. I seen exactly what he was about to do. That's why I said, oh, he finna get behind us. I watched this dude lean over, look. He slowed down. So when we pulled off, he got right over and got behind us.
And what was his reason for pulling us over?
He didn't say it. I'm like, if you put the tag in there, and you see who the rest of the owner is.
If it was suspended.
Hold on, big. I'm gonna right there. Well, no, just down the phone. I'm gonna
see if
I'm gonna grab you. You got it.
After checking the system, the officer informed the driver that their license had been suspended earlier that day. This came as a surprise since there had been no mention of the suspension when the car was stopped the previous night. However, instead of issuing a citation, the officer merely warned the driver not to continue driving.
Okay, cool. I'm no interest. Good.
All right. I'll be right over there with you.
I need to.
Come on, I'm not telling you. Get your son. Get out.
Man, these officers, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
They trying to say that.
What don't?
But that's what they pulled over Jacoby that night, talking about his
your license was suspended as of this morning. Alright.
They were
My brother stay right around the corner.
I'll stay right around the corner.
Yeah, again, you're not supposed
I'm not gonna leave my car right here though.
Well, I'll follow you if you want to pull into the parking lot or something, but
he stayed right behind you.
Right
Literally right behind you.
like a right
Just
out.
light, make it right, straight down. He stayed right there.
The officer instructed the driver to park in a nearby log and stop driving without a valid license. The driver complied but asked for the officer's name and badge number for documentation. The officer's actions were criticized as abuse of power and a violation of civil rights, potentially leading to a legal complaint or civil lawsuit. Law enforcement abuse threatens civil rights and public trust. Citizens must know their rights, document misconduct, and demand accountability. Hey everyone, what do you think about this situation? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support us with a donation. Thank you so much.
May I ask why you're asking for identification?
Because you're acting suspicious, you're videotaping people's personal vehicles and their license plates. You haven't answered my question.
I don't have ID on me.
Okay, you don't have ID on you?
No, not on me.
1929.
November 4th, 2015, Galveston police officers led by Sergeant Chapman violated an individual's rights by confronting them for simply filming in public. This unnecessary escalation and ignorance of legal rights is deeply troubling. Why did Sergeant Chapman feel the need to enforce such a baseless action? Sergeant Chapman confronts the individual for filming a public building, claiming it's suspicious. The officer demands ID despite the individual filming. Only the building, not private vehicles. It's frustrating how easily public actions are questioned. Why are officers so quick to assume the worst without justification?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
You got ID on you?
For what?
Do you have identification on you?
For what?
Okay, I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
If you're videotaping people's personal vehicles and their license plates, you haven't answered my question.
I don't have ID on me.
Okay, you don't have ID on you?
No, not on me.
1929.
Here, the officer failed to recognize the basic constitutional right of the individual to film public property, as well as to refuse to answer questions from law enforcement officers unless detained or arrested for a legitimate reason. The individual was neither committing a crime nor engaging in any suspicious behavior that justified police action.
Good, 1929.
Show me out on 1 in front of the station, recording.
Yeah, that's clear.
So that's fine that you record me. I want to let you know that you're also being recorded as well.
I'm sorry.
What is your name? All right, let me ask you this. Let me step back. Do you have a state-issued driver's license?
Officer Chapman wrongly demanded identification under Texas Penal Code 3802, despite the individual not being under arrest. This overstep ignored the individual's rights as no offense had occurred. The officer's actions were an unwarranted abuse of power, disregarding proper procedure and the individual's freedom to not self-incriminate.
Do you have a driver's license?
I'm not gonna answer the questions.
Okay. Are you gonna identify yourself?
What crime have I committed?
I already told you the fact that you're being suspicious. You're videotaping people's license plate.
The front of the building here?
No, I'm talking about the license plate. I'm not talking about the building. I don't have a problem with that. Would you like to?
This tape here?
Yeah. Would you like to tell me otherwise?
Yeah, I was not. I don't need to film people's license plate. I'm just filming the building.
So if you were to show me that, you could show me that there aren't any license plates on there. Who was
There's
she?
nothing. I don't know who she was.
Would you be willing to show me that?
Show you what?
That there's no license plates on your video.
On this video?
I don't have a problem with you taping the building.
Which license plate? I'm still asking.
These vehicles over here. Where you were standing at.
The City of Galveston vehicle?
No, these vehicles over here.
Oh.
Would you be willing to show me that you didn't film those?
I could.
Okay. Can you show me that then?
Sure.
The officer's vague response about suspicious behavior and videotaping was utterly insufficient to justify any legal action. Demanding identification without a legitimate basis for arrest is not just inappropriate, but unlawful. It's frustrating to see such overreach from law enforcement, further eroding the trust in the justice system.
While you're pulling that up, let me get your name.
Like I said, I'm still
So
asking
you're not going to identify yourself?
I'm showing you that I didn't do it.
You're not going to identify yourself?
No.
Okay, go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Not to come over here because we're going to
Okay, so at this time, I'm going to turn off your recording, okay?
Is there a reason why you're turning it off?
Well, you're going to go to jail, and so do you want to leave it running while you're in jail?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put this in the back of the unit, okay? Do you have anything that's going to stick or poke me? You're videotaping people's license plates.
I'm not videotaping.
Okay, because of that, I've got suspicious behavior that you're doing. Are you going to identify yourself, yes or no?
What am I under arrest for?
Are you going to identify yourself, yes or no?
I'm just asking, what am I under arrest for?
All right, well, listen, I'm going to turn this off. All right. I, Sergeant Chapman, is turning off your video camera, okay?
The officer citation of Texas Penal Code 3802, which mandates that individuals identify themselves when under arrest or lawfully detained, was incorrectly applied in this situation. This law only applies if there is a legitimate reason for arrest or detention in this case, since the individual had not committed a crime or been lawfully detained. The officer's actions led to an unlawful arrest and violation of the individual's rights. According to Section 3802A of the Texas Penal Code, failure to identify oneself is a Class C misdemeanor, but this only applies when a person is under arrest or lawfully detained. The officer's insistence on identification without a valid reason for detention was a clear overreach. The consequences for the officer and the department are serious. Not only could this lead to a legal challenge, including the potential suppression of evidence or even dismissal of charges, but it also undermines public trust in law enforcement. Such actions could expose the department to lawsuits, and if found to be in violation of policies or laws, the officer could face disciplinary measures, including retraining or even termination. See how police in General Texas recklessly violate a civilian's rights, underscoring the urgent need for accountability and reform.
Get away from me. Go do your job, man.
I am doing my job.
This is not, I'm not your job. He's your job.
I understand
Go do
that, but you're making
I don't
me
care.
have to
Stop
talk.
talking to me. He's in public and so are you, so shut the go do your job. You know what I'm saying? You're setting an example for this guy. Is he your boss? Is he over you? You're over him? Y'all are equal?
We're all equal.
You know, why do you have to approach me like that, man?
The police in general in Texas failed to uphold their duty, blatantly violating the rights of a civilian. This reckless disregard for accountability highlights a deep-rooted issue in law enforcement. How many more individuals must suffer before true reform takes place? Such actions demand serious scrutiny and swift consequences. Civilian calmly recording in public is aggressively approached by a police officer. The officer's intimidating presence triggers discomfort and frustration despite the civilian not breaking any laws. Why does a simple act of recording provoke such hostility? Could this have been handled differently with respect?
Hey, man.
You good?
Yeah. How about you?
It's hot, man.
Y'all being safe?
Yeah, my AC don't work in the car.
Are you serious?
It's actually cooler outside than
Come
it is
on,
in
bro.
the
We're
car.
paying for that AC.
It's hot.
I'm not out here to give you guys a hard time, man.
Oh, you're good, man. I understand.
You know who I am?
No.
You watch YouTube?
You have like a channel or something?
Yeah.
What's the channel called?
I'll give you a card.
Okay. You're making him very uncomfortable.
Don't talk to me, man.
I'm just letting you know.
I don't care. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Go do your job, man.
I am doing my job.
This is not, I'm not your job. He's your job.
I understand
Go do
that,
your,
but you're making
I don't
him
care.
feel
Stop
uncomfortable.
talking to me. He's in public and so are you, so shut the go do your job. You know what I'm saying? You're setting an example for this guy. Is he your boss? Is he over you? You're over him? Y'all are equal?
We're all equal.
You know, why do you have to approach me like that, man?
The veteran firmly defends his right to record public officials, emphasizing the importance of transparency. The officer, however, fails to de-escalate the situation, escalating tensions unnecessarily. It's disheartening to see law enforcement ignore the public's right to document, as this only erodes trust between the community and those sworn to serve.
Right. So
Okay, it doesn't matter,
he
bro.
comes out-
You see me standing here, I'm not bothering nobody,
Yeah.
and he gets out and...
Is that your car?
I don't answer questions, man.
Okay,
Listen,
that's fine.
me and you,
Absolutely.
why does he have to get out and come over here and bully me and push his badge around? Guys like him is what gives you guys a bad name. It's what puts you in danger.
Okay.
You know, guys like him is what causes good officers like you to get hurt or killed, man.
I'm listening to you. Now, can I explain from possibly his side, right? I just got here. You saw me pull up right now.
And you saw me standing right here on my car.
Yeah.
And tries to, push his badge around. That's not gonna happen with me, bro. You know, you approach me like a man should. Exactly.
I'm hot either way, inside or outside.
What are you looking at, man? Do your job.
So let's look at the other point, right? Were you in this? Okay, you're not gonna answer questions. I understand. Were you? That's the question.
I mean, I might answer some.
So this other guy that was in this truck, you don't know who you are either. You know what I mean? To know what that is, and he sees a pistol, he could think you're a cop too. And so if it's making him uncomfortable, I don't know.
Look, man.
I wasn't here. There's two sides to every coin.
No one has expectation of privacy in public, right?
But it's not, because I lost my keys in the trash can here. I had to go dumpster diving.
But if this was your house and you had your blinds up and I'm standing out on the sidewalk.
The police officer's actions throughout the interaction reflect a pattern of aggressive behavior that is all too familiar in public encounters with law enforcement. His attempt to control the civilian despite no apparent threat is a clear violation of professionalism. Officers are expected to handle public interactions with restraint and respect, but the officer in this case acted more as a bully than a protector of public order.
I'm gonna check out the channel. I don't
because
disagree.
your guys' body cams ain't always easy to get, man.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't deal with it.
Even with a public records request, they redact everything, and you got to jump through hoops to get them. And this gives me everything I want.
Yeah.
And this and this. I mean, and it's a third eye, and I'm not here. Well, I mean, I'll answer but 8 years, man.
That's good.
I don't have a criminal record. I've been arrested, but I've never been convicted of a crime in my life, man.
Yeah, good.
I'm a disabled veteran, so I mean, I'm out here.
What'd you do?
Combat medic.
I just left the airborne unit. That was fun.
Like I said, man, we appreciate good cops, man. We need you guys out here, but we don't need the bad cops putting you guys in danger, man. Putting the good cops in danger.
I agree.
And we all know in every field there's bad apples, man.
Oh yeah. But you were in the military, you know.
I got tired of seeing people's rights being violated, and I just decided to pick up a camera and start doing this, you know. And there's been times where, and it's like, you guys got qualified immunity, man, you know, so it's hard to get a police officer fired or even dragged into court.
You know which one I'm talking about?
I believe so. For Texas, right?
Yeah, for Texas. Just came out.
The officer blatantly ignored the civilian's First Amendment rights, demanding answers with no legal basis. This kind of bullying creates a hostile environment, undermining trust in law enforcement. It's alarming how easily civilians are intimidated for asserting their rights, a disturbing example of police misconduct that must be addressed.
Last year, like September 1, it was effective, 2021. Yeah, a year ago.
Which one is that? What does it have to do with?
What does that have to do? So, anytime you make an arrest, right? Whenever you submit your stuff to the prosecutor, right? They want everything, right? Michael Morton, I was at Georgetown a few years back. They get everything you got. What it encompasses is your HR file. Like, if you ever been in trouble for anything like police brutality or discrimination.
You're talking about for the officer,
right? And so that's obviously in discovery for defense attorneys as well.
Right.
So let's say like you got someone that's been on the road for, I know a trooper that's been around for 40 years, all right? We reform. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing since policing began. But anyhow, you got in trouble back in, let's call, I don't know, 1995, profiling or something like that. That's going to be in that record. So every time you arrest someone and you submit all your evidence and that personnel file goes with it, state.
Okay, that may be a case, but the agencies, local, whatever, and when they do, the prosecutor doesn't hand it over to the defense.
Yeah, that's on them. They're not supposed to do that, right? Michael Morton.
Exactly.
Can't do that.
Exactly.
I'm dying, Todd.
I can't believe you don't have AC, man.
It works if you're driving it.
It's frustrating that incidents like these highlight how often law enforcement remains unaccountable. Texas Senate Bill 1111 is a step in the right direction, but it shouldn't take legislation to make transparency mandatory. Qualified immunity shields officers who abuse power, furthering distrust and injustice. The officer's conduct in this incident likely breaches several fundamental legal principles under the First Amendment. The civilian was exercising his right to record public officials, and the officer's actions to interfere with this could be seen as a violation of free speech and the public's right to gather information. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and since there was no probable cause or reasonable suspicion, the officer's detaining and questioning of the civilian could be considered an unlawful infringement under the Texas Penal Code, Chapter 38, which addresses obstruction of a public servant. The officer's attempt to interfere with a civilian who was not hindering law enforcement could be seen as an unwarranted obstruction. Additionally, the officer's escalation of the situation might constitute a violation under Chapter 39, Abuse of Official Capacity, which addresses misconduct by public officials. As the officer misuses power and authority in this interaction, watch as police confront a man in a parked car without cause, ignoring his rights and escalating the situation unnecessarily.
Man, I hate you idiots, man. I hate you idiots, bro. I hate you. Do you have a crime? Do you know what RAS is? Do you know how to do your job, dude? Okay, well, sit over there and watch what happens then. I'm sick of this shit.
The police approach an individual in a parked car, demanding answers without reasonable suspicion. They ignore his right to remain silent, escalating the situation unnecessarily. Their lack of respect for rights is disturbing. Why do they continue pushing when no crime was suspected?
I'm not giving it.
Why is that?
Because you don't have RAS. Appreciate it if you got the hell on.
All day?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you work here or what?
Yeah.
Who do you work for? How long you plan on staying here?
All night.
All night?
Yep. All day tomorrow. All day the next day. None of your business.
Okay.
What did you? If you want any bitch ass Tafoya.
Bitch ass Tafoya?
Yeah. You know her?
No. Who does she work for?
I'm not sure. She arrested me for trespassing over there the other day, though.
Well, all of this stuff is closed here, man, so I'm trying to figure out what you're doing here.
Does that look closed?
Yeah, it does.
Does it? You want me to open it for you? That's one thing I will do. I work. You asked that, and I answered it. I work here.
Okay, what do you work here on?
I built it.
You built it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you one?
Yeah.
But the police grow increasingly frustrated, questioning the individual's ties to the location, despite his right to remain silent when officer threatens detention. The officers seem to wrongly equate silence with guilt, showing the troubling lack of respect for legal rights. Why do they persist without evidence?
Construction crew guys?
I'm the GC.
Okay.
So kick rocks.
What's that?
Kick rocks.
Can I get your name?
No. Man, I hate you idiots, man. I hate you idiots, bro. I hate you. What the hell are you doing, man? That's what you do. You don't come and approach me when I'm not committing a crime. I'm sick of this shit.
Figure out what's going on.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to take out my anger from. Obviously, you can't come and trespass somebody. A, if there's no complainant, right? Yes. And B, if I'm allowed to be here.
The officers completely overstepped here, ignoring the individual's right to remain silent and continuously pushing for answers despite no probable cause is infuriating. Threatening detention without reasonable suspicion only escalates the situation unnecessarily. The lack of understanding of basic rights is frustrating and shows a disregard for constitutional protections.
Anybody we can call and verify this?
Man, I went through this before. Figure it out, bro. I'm not doing nothing. You got your back up here.
Yeah.
I'm liking your attitude a little bit right now. And I have no weapons, and I mean no ill will. But I would appreciate you guys just getting in your cars and leaving. That's my crime scene tape, man. Don't go through that. Before I detain you, bro, don't go through that. Committing a crime. We don't need to. Him. What's your name and badge number? Okay. Yes, I've already answered that. I don't need to answer a ton of questions for a bunch of people. I'm the GC here. It's green and red. You're right. There's not. It's a Dollar Tree, Family Dollar.
A Dollar Tree or a Family Dollar?
Everything. I'm the GC. Do you know what a GC is?
General contractor.
There you go.
What are you doing tonight?
The police officers blatantly violated constitutional rights, disregarding the Fourth and Fifth Amendments. Their attempt to detain someone without cause is outrageous, undermining basic freedoms. The officers' constant questioning was not just unnecessary, it was oppressive. This kind of abuse of power is unacceptable and deeply concerning.
I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Rosie.
Rosie?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is she?
She's got 5 different breeds.
Right. Perfect, that's all we needed.
Check out my YouTube channel. I got the arrest the other day for trespassing when I wasn't trespassing.
Give me 2 seconds, I need to get you my card.
Okay.
There was a dude, I don't recall his name. I have to look at my notes. I was out here doing paperwork a couple months ago.
Yeah.
He might have been like the manager or something. He was involved with something here.
Yes.
And he had said, hey, we'd had some kids.
It's he probably did it himself. We fired him.
No, yeah. But that's why we're out here contacting
Okay.
you when something's
Well, I'm
called
sorry
in.
about my attitude. Sergeant Rich today. He works days. Really great gentleman. And I don't have no...
The police's actions were deeply concerning. Unlawfully violating someone's constitutional rights, even without detention, reflects a serious lapse in judgment. Such misconduct damages public trust and undermines community safety. Officers must face accountability, retraining, and consequences. This behavior is unacceptable and should never be tolerated within any police force.
What you're doing here is okay, but when it goes further, like the other day when they came up on me, I was so polite. Watch the video. Yeah, it's PD. You guys are sheriff. Well, I apologize because the sheriff's office has treated me really well out here.
Yeah, but I just want you to understand our concern. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We don't know if you're out here bargaining or
Sure.
what. You're 100%. You're legitimately
I like that. Well, I apologize for my attitude.
you're good,
You
brother.
can blame Tafoya. Watch the video. and I don't mind giving it because I love my name. You know what I mean? And I follow the law to a T. I try to, you know.
No, opening the door.
Yeah, and that's why I said I do it. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's hard. It's a lot long hours.
I'm just thinking ahead. So if somebody calls in tomorrow, and somebody's in the store, I'd be like, okay, it's probably Brad.
Okay. Well,
we might drive by again if somebody calls in the future.
I do this all over the country, and I've probably been accosted by police and messed with 100 times, and it just gets old after a while. But what you guys did, both of you.
The officer's actions in this case violated key constitutional rights under the 4th and 5th Amendments. The 4th Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, meaning that the officer's attempt to detain the individual without probable cause was unlawful. Furthermore, the 5th Amendment guarantees the right to remain silent, ensuring that individuals cannot be compelled to answer questions that may incriminate them. Despite the individual's legal right to refuse to answer, the officers continue to press him for information, further infringing upon his rights. These violations can lead to serious legal consequences, including lawsuits against the officers or the police department. In addition to legal action, officers who engage in unlawful practices may face disciplinary measures such as suspension or dismissal. Civil rights violations may also result in financial compensation for the individual whose rights were violated, highlighting the importance of respecting constitutional protections in police encounters. Understanding your rights is one of the most powerful tools you have as a citizen to guard against misuse of authority by those in power. When police actions are transparent and officers are held accountable, it fosters a society built on trust and justice. Without these principles, the balance between authority and the people can become dangerously skewed.
Bring this arm around. Bring this arm around. Bring this arm around. I got this arm. I got this arm. I got this arm. Bring it around.
In a disturbing incident on June 2nd, 2022, Warren, Michigan became the site of controversy when police officers arrested 17-year-old Tyler Wade for allegedly receiving and concealing a stolen vehicle.
Give me your arm. Relax. Give me your arm. Relax.
No, I'm putting my hands up.
Bring this arm around. Bring this arm around. Bring this arm around. I got this arm. I got this arm. Bring it around. One cuff. One cuff. Take it up. Stop moving, okay?
Hit me. Is this fucking Hazel Park? Yeah.
What you running for, bro? What you running for? Stop moving, don't move.
The chase, which lasted mere seconds, ended with Wade being apprehended, while one might expect procedural arrest practices to follow. The reality was far more troubling as the teenager lay defenseless on the ground. Officers launched a series of brutal strikes, punching and kicking him in the head repeatedly.
What's your name? What's your name? What is your name?
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Are you doing a search?
No.
Sit on your butt.
Yeah.
Bend this knee. Okay. Bend the knee. Now turn and stand up.
A little further. We'll take him in.
Okay.
Yeah, use my push bar to stop him.
Come on. Come on, bro. Spread your legs.
You got it in park?
Spread your legs. You got him?
The violence escalated to such an extent that other officers stepped in to stop the assault. This horrific display blatantly violated the department's use of force policy, leaving witnesses and viewers of the incident appalled.
That car's slow as shit. What, right? The Tahoe. Also, was it on rear-wheel drive? Yeah. Okay, not here though. We'll go park and you know what's going on. Yeah, hey, you ain't going nowhere.
What do you got, son? Is this your? No.
him again? No, I just.
Not yet.
Everyone please flathead.
Spread your feet.
Thank you.
You got nothing in the car we need to worry about, do you? Is that why you're taking off? You already know that car's stolen, right? You know what the deal is. That's what you're worried about?
Yeah.
Weed is legal last time I took. What's your name, man?
But I'm not old enough to smoke.
How old are you?
As the officers cuffed and questioned Wade, their demeanor shifted from aggressive to dismissive, even joking among themselves. They continued by searching Wade's vehicle, discovering cash, a scale, marijuana baggies, and bullets, potential evidence of drug-related activities.
Go, Already.
Hey, Ferndale, we're gonna tow it unless you need something, sir.
No, you're good. It's all yours.
Okay, we doing a job.
Anything?
Who was behind them? Me. You didn't see anything?
Indeed, we were back and forth.
The aftermath of this incident revealed a troubling legal and medical situation. Wade suffered a concussion, blurred vision in one eye, and chronic headaches, a painful reminder of the excessive force used against him. Although he was later found guilty of fleeing and eluding officers and receiving and concealing a stolen vehicle, these charges do not justify the level of violence he endured.
He's got a ton of trash.
Hey.
Hey, boss, who's 17? Who's 17?
That sucks.
Who's doing the original here?
I am. He's got a ton of cash on him, a scale, a bunch of weed, and a bunch of baggies.
We got all that.
And the bullets.
We got the cash.
Want to call
Did we check it in to make sure you get the right stolen?
No, I mean, you can take
could be a felon, too.
You could take it to charge him with P-Wood, take that money, just because there's enough evidence in there to provide that he is selling marijuana.
I really want you to go.
This is weed. It's legal.
Good call out, LT.
That was all good. He did. Hey, there's my girl.
Yeah.
I stopped him from getting out. He's reaching.
The Warren Police Department, in its response, claimed to uphold a zero-tolerance policy for excessive force. An internal investigation concluded that one officer had violated protocol and was placed on a lengthy suspension. Yet Wade's attorney argued this measure was insufficient. Neither the department nor the officers involved issued an apology. This case took another turn when Wade and his mother filed a civil lawsuit against the department. Their attorney described the officers' actions as egregious, emphasizing that no one, not even a child, is safe from such misconduct. From a legal standpoint, the officers in this case appear to have violated multiple provisions under Michigan law and constitutional protections. The excessive use of force against Tyler Wade directly infringed upon his Fourth Amendment right to protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. Under Michigan Penal Code, Chapter 750, specifically Section 750-81, A, their actions could qualify as aggravated assault and battery, which carries penalties including fines of up to $2,500, 0 cents, and imprisonment of up to 1 year. More severe cases involving intent to harm may result in harsher penalties. Additionally, the blatant disregard for the department's use of force policies not only contravenes internal accountability standards, but also exposes the officers to potential civil lawsuits, administrative penalties, and criminal charges. This case underscores the critical need to protect civil rights and ensure transparency in law enforcement. A fair and just society relies on mutual respect and understanding between the police and citizens. Further complicating matters was the officers' consideration of using a taser during the altercation. Their inability to communicate clearly about its deployment suggests a lack of preparedness and cohesion, undermining public confidence in their training. This case underscores the critical need to protect civil rights and ensure transparency in law enforcement. A fair and just society relies on mutual respect and understanding between the police and citizens. On the morning of November 12th, at Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa County, Florida, a woman reported to the police that her boyfriend Jackson refused to return her car and had been threatening her through calls and texts.
Whether I'm right or wrong, he puts his hands on me or he threatens to put his hands on me. It gets very violent. There he is.
In your car or walking up?
He's walking.
She told you already. She pretty much like, we're in a relationship, arguing, conversation. Yeah.
Pat him down, please.
What's that?
Pat him down.
What I'm getting patted down for?
Do you have any weapons on you? Okay.
What I'm getting patted down for?
Because you're getting patted down.
Why?
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't have no weapons on me. Don't got no weapons on me.
Hands on your pockets. So, what's your side?
I ain't got no side. I ain't got, whatever she says is what it is. So whatever she want to do, let's do it. Let's see how far she want to take it.
Where is her car?
At her mom's house.
Let's see how far she want to take it.
Jackson was arrested, searched, handcuffed, and placed in the back of Hernandez's patrol car. The woman completed an affidavit accusing Jackson of refusing to return her car and possessing weapons, including a suppressor.
He didn't say what it is.
He's playing games right now.
He's gonna play games. That's what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm. If he had the firearm, would he leave it in your car? No.
He would leave it in his own car.
He'd leave it in his own car.
If there was any weapon, it'd be in his car, not in mine. I hope.
Right. When he sent you the picture that we're looking at that we can't figure out what it is.
I think it's, so it's like, why would you send me a picture of that? I'll show you again and tell me what that is. I don't know. I don't know what that piece is because that's not ordinarily there.
Right. Does he have anything on the firearm, like any aftermarket
like a silencer?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he has more than one weapon, and I just wouldn't think he'd have it in my car. Threats, and I'm like, what is that? Me and her both trying to figure it out. Like, what is that? He's like, I'm gonna bust your whole shit up. Like, I'm gonna bust your radio, whatever. He's like, I'm gonna bust your whole shit.
As Sergeant Roberts spoke with the woman, Hernandez approached the patrol car to search Jackson again. He then heard a gunshot, yelled shots fired, and dropped to the ground, returning fire toward the car where Jackson was held.
I'm pulling out your full search.
Okay. Do you know your tag number off the top of your head? Okay, it's okay.
Get in the house! Jesse! Get back! Get back! Where is he? Where is he? Off of McLaren. We're off of McLaren. Shots fired. I got a deputy down. Jesse, how are you? No!
43 SO, I need EMS.
No!
Where are you hit? Where are you hit?
No!
Get back!
No!
Get back! Okay, okay, okay.
No!
Get back! Get back! I'm not gonna tell you go! Get back! Get back!
No! No, I don't care! I don't care!
Sergeant Roberts quickly asked the source of the gunshot, and Hernandez responded that the shot had come from inside the patrol car. Roberts also returned fire to assist Hernandez.
Shots fired! Ah! What? After that! In the car! I was shot through the car!
I'm good. I feel weird, but I'm good. I'm good. Oh. I don't know. I might have hit my vest.
Hernandez believed he had been shot, but after crawling out of the danger zone and checking himself, he found that he was unharmed and only felt strange.
Stay inside your house. Stay inside your house. It might have hit my vest. I don't know. I don't know. It felt like it.
Jesse, move over to me. I got you. Move over to me. Mark vehicle right there.
Dude, am I hit?
Come on. Let's get further back.
From a legal standpoint, the officer's actions, particularly the use of force against a restrained suspect in custody, likely violated several Florida statutes. Specifically, Chapter 77,605 governs the use of force in arrests, authorizing only the reasonable force necessary to effect an arrest or prevent escape, while prohibiting excessive force when there is no immediate threat. Since Jackson was handcuffed and confined in the patrol car, the firing of shots into the vehicle appears highly questionable and likely unlawful under this statute. Additionally, the officer's actions may have violated Chapter 943.10, which mandates that police adhere to ethical and legal standards during law enforcement operations. Violations of these standards can result in disciplinary actions such as termination, civil liability under Chapter 76828 for wrongful death or injury, and criminal charges like aggravated battery or negligence. In cases involving fatalities, officers may also face manslaughter charges under Chapter 78,207. While Officer Hernandez resigned before the conclusion of the investigation, he could still face legal accountability through civil or criminal proceedings. Based on the full findings of the investigation, the Hernandez incident prompts us to reflect deeply on the unresolved legal issues in our country. Unfortunately, the black man involved in the subsequent case did not share the same fate. On August 29, 2020, a video captured Sergeant Chad Walker using vulgar language during an argument with a customer outside a bar in Columbia, South Carolina.
You got alcohol. Put it down.
Around 11
Put it down.
p.m.
Governor's rule, you can't have any more alcohol after 11. Sir, if you drink that, you will go to jail. Go out, leave, let's go, now. Your hand was on it, sir, and you're a little colorblind, sir. Right, stop calling me ignorant. Let's go. Cutting it close, guys. 11 o'clock sharp, they've got to be out of here. No alcohol open. Heard?
Hey. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, Tim, we'll be back. White man, why so racist?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Walker's body camera recorded him responding to a customer with the phrase, "You're kind of colorblind, sir," after the customer made an unclear comment.
Please say it to my face. I believe your exact terminology was pigs.
Oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
That was you. Because you were mad we made you leave without drinking your beer.
Was that on film or anything? Was that on your body camera?
Actually, yeah, I did.
All right, cool.
Try again. What's your problem? Speak freely. You got my attention now because that's what you wanted, so speak freely.
My issue is you talking to these people of color as if they are less than human.
The people of color. The gentleman right there that called me a...
Brian,
that guy that just called me a...
Wait. Can you stop saying, I never told you that.
Actually, you did. It's on body cam, so try again.
No, actually, I never.
Try again.
I've never said that a day in my life.
Yes, sir, you did.
No, actually, don't.
Yes, sir, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. It's on camera.
16.
On camera.
I never.
Right there. You just did it again.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Dude, there's literally like 17.
You got mad because I told you couldn't drink your drink, so you called me that word.
What word?
Outside the bar, a white customer confronted Walker and claimed that his issue was with Walker speaking to people of color as if they're not human.
Can we say it again?
Yeah, actually I do. Say it.
Why? Because all you're doing is calling me ignorant.
Sir.
That's what that word means. If you'd like to call yourself ignorant, keep saying it. Actually, if you look in the dictionary, it does.
Dictionary, sir, no.
You open and read that thing.
Oh, you mean the dictionary that has been established by people who has the law?
Right, established by people of the law.
Oh, you mean
Okay.
Okay.
Correct. When I was called that, I can say it back saying the guy that Joe, I can't. He can say it to me, but I can't say it to him.
White.
Right.
You're white.
Who cares what color I am? He called me a word.
It's a racist word.
It's not a racist. I said he called me that word. Nobody was called that.
Use it.
I can't use it. I can't do this.
Grow up. All right?
I need to grow up. I am leading by example.
Walker pointed to a black man inside the bar and said that it was this individual who had called him a racial slur. Walker then repeated the slur, causing discomfort among several customers. Walker continued arguing with the remaining patrons, mostly white, for about 3 minutes, questioning why he was called the slur, but couldn't respond in kind.
Calls me a stupid word?
Everyone should walk away.
Be quiet, bro.
I think everyone should
You get a real job. What job do you have? What job do you have?
artificial intelligence.
Sure, it's epic. Are we done? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. Huh? Everything's okay. I think everybody's out of the bar, and I think nothing at this point illegal, and I think everybody can dissipate. Coming from the tiny little girl over here.
The Columbia Police Department later fired Walker. The department announced on Monday evening that Walker had been terminated following an investigation citing unsatisfactory performance and lack of courtesy. The department stated that the vote by the Chain of Command Disciplinary Review Board was unanimous.
Are you done?
Yeah. Everybody's done.
22 block of Divine Street.
I think everybody's
And there's CJ Johnny, I'm here at 243.
Just to make sure, I just want to make sure you wanted my attention.
Be on a
done here, sir.
Honda Element, black color.
Because I was repeating what he said to me, the gentleman that called me the N-word.
It's sir, everything.
If you want to call it the N-word, but he said it. It's on camera.
Everything is
So it's not like anything wasn't said to me.
Everything's done now.
327 Whiskey 27 Bravo 5.
So I don't understand how, if I repeat what he called me, how that's wrong.
He's yelling.
Never called anybody derogatory word.
What's your take on this situation? Join the conversation by leaving a comment below and make sure to subscribe for more insightful and meaningful content. Your engagement and support help keep these important discussions alive. Thank you.